president.
Yes.
That's madness.
I think while they're presidents, what do they make? Like $200,000?
No, she just said it was 400,000.
Oh, while they're working. Mm-hmm. But that's for the talking. What's their general salary?
No, that's their salary.
Okay.
$400,000. Yeah.
Oh, really? That's nice.
But that's not even $500,000 to be the president.
That's a lot of work.
Just round it off to $500,000.
$500,000 is what you get.
No, that's not $500,000. There are actors that get paid $1 million per episode on series, and you're not giving the president of the United States $1 million a year.
Yeah, Beyonce gets paid $20 million per one concert, one song, one private concert. That's $20 million.
I forgot why they said it's like that, because they're serving the country, so they're not supposed to be getting rich. They're not a king.
I get that.
Oh, like Mayor Wu.
I see that. I like that. All right. Quick checking. How you doing?
Where y'all at in the comments, son? Good morning, son. I need to see y'all in them comments. Good morning. I need to say something, Shia. How you doing, Chemo? Chemo, what is that? What? Oh, it's a wave.
It's a wave.
Hi,
Chemo. I like
Mike
that girl,
Nice in the
Chemo.
comment section. Take it easy, Tuesday.
Yesterday, I felt really old because I was watching something on the TV, and then a notification came on, and it was like, you need to clear some space off of your Fire Stick. And I'm
There we
like,
go.
I don't know what that means. But they had the little dots on it, like, oh, if you want to clear it, press these 3 little dots. And I was like, what the hell am I what they want me to press? I had to get up from my chair and go to the TV and look at it. Is that the first signs of old age?
No, that first sign of old age is when you go to sleep feeling fine. You wake up in the morning feeling like something's wrong. Like, what happened to me in my sleep? That's when it starts.
Who did that to
or
me?
when it's like rainy outside and your body
Your
feels like
knees
it's
start
broken.
to hurt.
Oh yes, that's it. That's when you sit down, you have to get back up.
No, you gotta be like, my cat Mocha gotta be like 20 years old.
Mocha's at least 20.
She has to be like 20. But now, she's like, when you hear her meowing a lot, and I go to like look outside the hallway and see what she's doing. You know what she's doing?
Yawning.
Each step, she's like, meow. Each step, meow. Meow. Like, meow.
Mocha got that though.
Yo.
Mocha got that though. Mocha been hanging for a long time. If y'all don't know Tristan's cat, you gotta know Tristan's cat. You go up to her, she be like, "Hi, Mocha." She be like, "Meow."
No, but that's literally. Have you ever been walking through the house and you're like,
You ever be walking somewhere and every step you fart?
That's signs of being old right
That's
there.
signs of being old. You just can't control your body no more.
me in the club. Oh, I gotta walk around. Hold on.
This will be crop dusting in the club. Whenever y'all see Hot Sauce just walking around the club, she indeed has just farted.
She has gas. It's not my fault. My body's old. Can't control it. I could be fine 1 minute. Next day, my stomach be like, oh, damn.
Oh, excuse me. Oh, sorry.
Good morning, all of y'all. Did you say how you was doing?
Oh, I'm doing good. Yesterday I was late because I had an issue, but on Saturday I did do my new restaurant whatever. What's it gonna be called? New Restaurant Sunday.
Ooh, yes.
That's what I did. So on Sunday.
No, that's not what you called it.
What was it? New Restaurant.
It wasn't restaurant. You called it something else. It was kind of cute. New on something, but keep going.
Eats and treats.
No, now you're making things. I don't know. Teats with treats. With teats.
Teats and treats. Sneaks and treats. Sneaks and treats. I don't know. Anyhow, so on Sunday I went to J Pizzle Kitchen. I heard Tristan talk about it one time. I heard Dee Dee talk about it one time.
Oh yes, tell us how.
So
was
I
it?
went. It's nice. It's a fusion restaurant. It's touted as a fusion restaurant is how they advertise it. It's Colombian, but they also do a lot of new American cuisine and some Spanish
What's it
things.
called again?
J Pizzle Kitchen. It's right on Center Street, right there in Jamaica Plain. I think it's the corner of Rosewood Street. I think that's what the name of it is. Really, really nice little place. Fun, hip inside. They had a video screen in there playing some tunes. They had a little Billy Ocean. Y'all remember Billy Ocean? Billy Ocean was a J Pizzle Kitchen. We had the best waiter. His name was Omar. Super.
Shout out to Omar.
Shout out to Omar. Super personable and had us laughing and crying. We weren't really hungry, so we didn't eat a lot. We had a drink called Muy Loco, which was a coconut and lime with a little strawberry. Omar added a little extra spirit in there for us. We were highly spirited. Real spirit was catching the spirit up on Sunday. And then we had a platter of meats and food. It was fried plantain, fried yuca, French fries, steak, chicken, chorizo. What's the pork thing called?
Porchico.
Chicharron. And it came with little limes. It was a platter, and we just shared that. He told us that we were going to have enough left over, but he didn't realize who he was talking to, so we took that down. I want to go back to J Pizzle because I want to have some more of the breakfast type foods. They have a very, very nice menu. Everything looks really good, and they also have tapas and small plates, and they're also open for dinner and lunch. So you guys check it out. J Pizzle Kitchen right there on Center Street in Jamaica Plain.
Love it.
Yeah.
I love our little eats, and that is... let me say, I'm going to post that.
But aside from that, I'm doing well. I don't know if did I mention yesterday on air about this viral TikTok tea that my mom bought for me that I'm taking?
No, we mentioned it after air.
And before, I mentioned it before here, after here, and several times after. I'm going to mention it again this morning. So it's called Chupa Panza. It's a pineapple detox tea. Tastes amazing. Pineapple, flaxseed, cinnamon, and ginger. Tastes really, really good. Chupa Panza, which means suck in the belly.
Oh. It's from TikTok or is it from Tues?
It's a viral. It went viral on TikTok, and now people are using it. There's some really, really funny reviews for it on Amazon. If you guys get a chance, anybody looking to drop a few pounds, to de-bloat, to just feel a little better, go ahead and try out the Chupa Panza. I'm feeling pretty good because these little jeans today, I didn't have to shimmy to get them on. I just pulled them up.
You didn't have to shimmy.
I haven't lost any weight, but I feel de-bloated, which I think is a major problem for me.
Yes, I like that.
I'm a little puffish. I puff up. That's good.
Like that. Sauce and I had an evening yesterday.
Tell us about that evening. Jeez,
so,
the adventures of Sauce and Tues.
That's what it felt like yesterday.
That's exactly what it felt like. So we were doing some business at first. We were, just doing some business. And then when we were headed back to the house, I was going to drop Sauce off, and there was a car at an intersection. I stopped at the intersection first because I had the right of way. And the car, I thought was going to stop, but it slowly skidded into us and hit us.
What are you, a man?
It was a slow hit,
It was
too.
a slow hit. I'm like, nope, are they gonna
Because we
stop?
were like, they're gonna stop because the car is here to stop them. But he just kept going into it.
Wow.
So they hit us. Nice Dominican fella.
Oh.
His name was Valentin.
Valentin.
Valentin. Yeah. But so we had to get the car towed from there.
Oh, you have to get it towed.
I had to get it towed because the way he hit the front fender, the front left side fender, and he hit my tire, and my tire rod is bent. I couldn't drive the car.
Oh God.
Yeah, no.
Did he break the axle or just the tire rod is bent?
I don't think the axle's broken, but
Okay.
we'll see today. I'm gonna go to the auto place today and see.
Jeez, Louise.
I know that I did wake up with a lot of neck pains
man.
and
Me
back
too.
pains.
Me too. Because when he hit us yesterday, the car came slow, and I was like, "Oh no!"
You're the first.
it was a slow
it was
line.
2 people in the car, but just to let you know, you're the 4th.
Literally.
Just to let you know, you're the 4th person in the car.
And I was, because I just feel my neck, my back, and my shoulders got a little whiplash.
And
I was sitting behind Tristan.
I waited all my life for this moment, and you know what I didn't do?
Go to the hospital.
I didn't fall out on the ground
Oh.
and lay there until the ambulance.
That would have been the
So-
day. Yesterday, you should have gotten your Oscar.
I do have a question for the folks out there.
Yes.
The gentleman would like to settle it out of in his words, out of court. Would you guys go through insurance? Would you go through an insurance company?
He said it.
Or would you settle it out of
look
court?
at me. Look at. Yo, we don't have to do this in the court in front of no judge. We
you
gonna handle
from
this
Honduras?
together. You from Honduras and you from Trinidad? Oh, jealous.
Trinidad,
We
Puerto
all the
Spain?
same thing. We all the same thing. We don't have to do this.
Sauce said she was out there speaking Spanish. She was doing her best Duolingo.
I was trying.
Did you open the app?
No, because she was writing down the numbers. I was like, yep, 7088 7899. What? ¿Qué pasó? ¿Es que tu name?
Insurance and Morgan & Morgan.
Yeah, I wouldn't. settle out
I
of.
want to settle.
Caller, you're live.
Trish, walk outside, pass out, call 911, go to hospital. Do not settle outside. Go to court.
That's how I feel like.
New Benz.
Yeah.
Gotta get a new Benz.
That's what I was gonna
You gotta
say.
get a new Benz.
Right. If you were driving some little cha-cha, then that's different.
Yeah.
But you driving a Benz, you got to go. You got to get that.
You gotta go.
fixed right.
Because he's gonna play with you.
Yep.
He's gonna send you to his mechanic, which is his cousin.
Say it.
And you know they all work together.
Exactly.
Yep. I feel you.
Exactly.
I feel you, my
I
brother.
was like, no.
And they all name Valentin.
Give a little $200. I mean,
I gonna take care of you. I gonna send you to my cousin. He named Valentin too.
and my song speaking in English.
He repair your coche. It's gonna be okay.
But that was our evening. Other
Yes.
than that, you know,
How are you feeling, Triz?
I feel fine.
You're
I was just like, I don't know. I feel like stuff always happens to me.
Yeah, you're a magnet, yo.
Like always. I'm like, what the hell? But you know,
That's
at least we have our lives. We're not hurt.
Yeah.
God bless.
Amen. Because this world is,
Yeah.
well,
But in the way the days have been going lately, it just seemed like it was bound to happen. It's just a little shit after shit after shit.
Yeah.
Sorry. But
even the weather, you know, like we had such gorgeous weather going on last week, and then all of a sudden Saturday,
rain.
was it Saturday when it was freezing?
was it I will never forget Saturday and how freezing it was.
We were so cold on Saturday. We were outside with Consult Layla. It was amazing. It was an amazing event. Very, very nice, but it was very, very cold. And shout out to them for providing us with gloves. But then the weather has just pretty much been downhill from there. I looked out this morning like, what is going on? I might have to wear a coat.
Oh, I told y'all the
No.
world's going to ish. Did y'all see what they saying about the seaport?
What happened?
They trying to figure out how to make keep the sea levels down. I mean, not the
Lord.
seaport, about the Boston Harbor. They're trying to keep the sea levels down so that we don't start getting flooded out.
Oh, I believe that
So
because
regular.
even when just over here on River Street, when I'm passing the Neponset Valley River or whatever,
Yeah.
that water is high sometimes, and I'd be like, oh, that look dangerous. So yeah, I believe it down in Seaport where there's lots more water over there. So I don't know, y'all, but anyhow, we got lots of headlines to get into today. We got lots to talk about. There are things happening in this world. This world is worlding.
In this world we're mine.
Sing it, Saucy.
Saucy and Friends in the Morning starts right now. Let's go.
You're listening to Saucy and Friends in the Morning with Miss Hot Sauce, Miss Tony, and Rockstone Triz. The only thing that does matter is great music, and you will find it here.
The all-new Spark FM. Call Spark FM at 617-272-3387. The People Station. What is that? Spark FM.
Yes, Spark FM. It is the People Station. Today is March 28th. We got what? 3 more days of March?
March has been around here for a long time.
Has it?
Yeah.
Because I feel like March was like, yo, I'm outside. I'm leaving.
No, I feel like we've been in March for a long time.
God, I hate it.
Because our vacation, we booked our vacation at the end of February, right? That we're going on in 2 weeks. It's been 2 weeks away ever since the day we booked it.
For me, I knew for me, I didn't think about it that way. I knew that we had a little bit of time, but we at least have a month and a half.
I know, and then I felt bad because I was saying that to Sahira, and she said, well, I booked this in 2019, so I don't really know what to tell you about how you feel about it being 2 weeks away. So
See, me, like, it's been just, like, I need more time to prepare. There's a lot more things to do. Like, I just feel like it went, like, March didn't give me no time to get anything done.
I don't know how we in March. I don't know how we about to be in April next week.
Yeah.
Literally, we just now started off the new year, and it's like, God damn, like, it's June already.
Yeah.
Is it like the older you get, the faster the time flies by? Is that what it is?
Oh, I don't know.
Yo no quiere.
I don't like it. I don't know.
No quiere likey. No likey, no quiere. But yes, today is the Tuesday, March 28th. It's going to be partly cloudy skies, a high of 45, winds in the 5 to 10 miles per hour. It seems like it's going to rain for most of the day today. So just dress accordingly. If you don't have to go out, stay your black ass in your house. Because it's also one of those days that you feel like staying in the house.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Safe.
Yeah, like I just want to be in the covers with the control and some waffles.
And just safe.
Yeah.
Being home feels safe to me.
Yeah, it does.
Because
granted, all the things that's going on these days. Let's get into these stories. This is something new that we don't usually hear much of. A mass cemetery worker digging a grave find human remains.
Oh, really?
Without the coffin.
Oh. Because I was like, well, it's
I didn't read the story yet, so I'm still on the duh part. But yeah, that's what, I mean, even if I was a killer, instead of burying people in the pond or sending them into Charles or something like that, or hiding their body in the forest, why wouldn't I just put them in the cemetery?
Oh, you smart.
It's already dead people there. I'm just going to I'm a big digger hole. I'm a big 6 feet hole anyways. I might as well dig a 6 feet hole and bury them
In the graveyard.
in the graveyard.
And that's nice. Too.
Nobody's going to look there, you know? Yeah. So workers digging a new grave in Stoughton last week found a set of human remains buried in the cemetery and not inside a coffin. The workers made the grisly discovery last Wednesday at Dry Pond Cemetery on Bay Road and called the police. The Norfolk County District Attorney's Office said in a statement shared through the Stoughton Police Department. On Friday, the authorities carefully excavated the remains and brought them to the Chief Medical Examiner's Office in Boston. The origin of the remains, the identity of the person, the cause and manner of the death as well as how the remains became interred on Dry Pond Cemetery are all unknown. Yes, that is true. They're all unknown. Dry Pond Cemetery is the second oldest cemetery in Stoughton. According to a 2001 Massachusetts Department of Conservation and Recreation report, divided into two sections, one old and one new. The cemetery is the final resting place of 14
more information will be released
veterans.
as this
investigation I'm interested to see how they're
investigate the uncontained human remains found at a Stoughton cemetery.
Yeah.
The Norfolk
Was it decomposed?
So that's what we don't know.
how they
Let's go
died
to the
and
clip
why
and
they were
see if
buried
it
there.
was decomposed,
Still
because
unknown.
I
The
just
DA
don't
says on
understand.
Wednesday workers at Dry Pond continue to investigate the uncontained human remains found at a Stoughton cemetery. The Norfolk District Attorney's Office says the identity of the person, how they died, and why they were buried there still unknown. The DA says on Wednesday workers at Dry Pond Cemetery and Bay Road find the remains while they were digging a fresh grave. On Friday, the remains were excavated and sent to the chief medical examiner in Boston. Now, police say more information will be released as this investigation continues.
Can you imagine that?
No.
Just said, is that a ham?
Is that some? Because at that point in the cemetery, are you not used to seeing dead? Oh no, you don't. You get
No,
you don't
you just
see
see the
dead people.
coffins.
But so there's never a mistake.
No, there has to be times when the coffin falls in the body.
I was watching Shits and Giggles or
Yes,
something like
yes,
that. Yes. And he said they was carrying the lady's coffin and it dropped and the hand came out. What would you do?
Would you laugh or would you scream?
I would laugh.
He said I would say,
I would laugh.
oh Jesus.
Hysterically.
Oh shit, that's somebody's hand.
Y'all ever saw Death at a Funeral?
I was just gonna say Death at a Funeral.
Which one? The black one or the white one?
The black one with Chris Rock and
You gotta
them.
watch the original. You gotta watch
really?
the white version first.
Really?
There's a white version. So Death at a Funeral was done over in a white version at first, and then they did it over with Martin and Chris Rock.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, you gotta watch the white
Oh,
version.
okay.
It's hilarious.
I'm gonna see where I can find it because that is hilarious. There's a scene in the movie where the coffin falls down and a dead man falls.
Depending on who it is, I would be distraught. Or
Mortified.
I would be like, oh.
Well, first of all, Sauce doesn't look at dead bodies anyway.
I don't,
When we go to
absolutely.
funerals, she never goes and does the whatever. So
Because what's the point? They can't see me.
I think you would pass out.
Yeah, bro. I can't take it.
Y'all ever been to a funeral where people was acting up, where they was hollering and
I'm during funeral. There are some town criers.
Back in the day, I remember there was one funeral where the woman was going into the hole, and I was like, "Oh my god!" She dropped down and was like, "Ah!" Going in, trying to
y'all
crawl.
remember my grandfather's funeral?
Exactly.
Do you remember you remember cousin Rose at my grandfather's funeral?
No.
I remember her hollering and screaming, and like I was like, oh, I was like,
oh my,
what's happening?
She's emotional.
You know who mourns hard? Cape Verdeans. Oh my gosh, they are mourning.
But they love hard. Cape Verdeans love hard.
Yeah,
they
do. That a Cape Verdean funeral, like you can't help but to break down crying yourself. Like you don't even got to know the person.
Yeah.
You just go, oh God, this is awful.
They're so in pain.
Yeah, ow, like that. But no, I don't think that I've been to a funeral where anybody's been acting up too much. Not too much. Besides that one when I was younger, and I was just like, oh, and that was very shocking for me. But.
Oh, yes. So that is what happened at the cemetery over there. They found some human remains, and they don't know who they belong to, how the person died, or anything other than that. Moving on.
They don't know anything.
They don't know anything at all. Man convicted of killing a police canine sentenced to life in prison. Now, this is interesting.
Because he's a cop. The dog is considered to be a cop.
So, like a human cop?
He's a cop. It doesn't matter what cop.
He bleeds blue.
Yeah, he is on
He
the police
backs the
force.
blue.
He's a part of the police force.
Blue lives matter.
Absolutely,
All
they do.
right. Matthew Reyes Morales, 42, was found guilty in December of 8 counts of aggravated assault of a public servant, interference with a public service animal, and invading arrest and detention. What happened to here? Let's see what he did. Morales was convicted of shooting Chucky, a 5-year-old Belgian Malinois, a dog that was part of the Bexar County Sheriff's Office back in 2019. Chucky received full honors at the funeral. Bexar County Sheriff Javier Salazar told the television station. Police attempted to conduct a traffic stop and arrest Morales in 2019 on several outstanding warrants. Authorities said that Morales shot at officers as he led them on a chase through Carnes, Wilson, and Bexar counties, according to the newspaper. After fleeing on foot in Bexar County, Morales allegedly fired several shots at officers and also at Chucky, who police deployed in an attempt to subdue him. The dog was not wearing a protective vest and was shot at near point-blank range. But was killed when he was shot a second time. So he didn't die the first time, but he was killed on the second shot.
So he was trying to execute the little dog.
Yeah, deputy shot and wounded Morales, according to the newspaper. Because Morales had 9 prior felony convictions.
9.
He was sentenced as a habitual offender. Morales could have been sentenced to a minimum of 25 years in prison, but the judge sentenced him to 3 maximum life sentences that will run concurrently. Justice does not tolerate those who endanger others, show no respect for the lives of citizens, and habitually commit crime after crime. Yeah, he probably would have got less sentence if he didn't kill the police dog. I mean, at the same time, though, what movie was I watching the other day? And there was 2 dogs, and they had muzzles on, and the robber person or the bad man said something. And then the dog attacked him. He shot the dog 2 times.
Damn.
But there was another dog. So when the other dog got him, he ripped his body apart.
Oh, shoot.
Killing his brother dog.
That's right.
And then the owner came and shot him up. Because you ain't gonna shoot my dogs.
Yes.
And that's what happened. This is what happened to Morales.
I agree. Morales lucky.
You're not gonna
That's
shoot
all
my
that happened
dogs.
to him.
If I love me a dog, don't shoot my dogs. Like
Because in the words of the good poet DMX, where my dog at?
Facts.
Right here, dog.
Rough.
A fight at AMC Theater at South Boston ends with 2 in custody, including a 16-year-old female on gun-related charges. When you go to the movies, what the frick are you fighting about?
Read the story. Read the story, please.
You read it because whatever cheap wine that Tristan gave me got my chest hurting.
So this is what happened.
That's out of home.
What is Sutter Home? Ooh,
Give
Sutter
her
Home.
some of this so she can feel it.
Is it a screw top? I done told
It
y'all
is.
about screw top wine.
Because it was like a little shot of wine and it's sitting in my chest and my brain feels foggy.
Oh, damn, I'm sorry. So this is the story here. Where is the story at? How come it does like this? Sorry, people, I'm coming. So at about 8:25 p.m. on Friday, officers assigned to District C6 in South Boston arrested Freddie Bates, 45 of Boston, and a 16-year-old female on firearms-related charges.
Question.
Yeah.
45 and 16.
What was they doing together? You think he was her daddy?
He was her daddy, all right.
He could be her grandfather, too,
He
though.
was her daddy.
He was her
Hers
daddy.
a zaddy.
Well, listen, it gets interesting. Officers responded to the area of 25 District Street to assist security with the removal of a male suspect who was causing a disturbance inside the AMC Theater. Officers observed the suspect and asked him multiple times to leave the area. The suspect ran past the officers and began to fight one of the security guards. As officers were attempting to place the suspect in handcuffs, officers began to be pushed by other suspects to prevent the arrest. Officers were able to place one suspect into handcuffs, so that this is somebody else. Officers were quickly advised by the security guard that his firearms holster was dislodged during the altercation, and he could not find his firearm.
Jesus, Lord.
Officers observed a female juvenile, the 16-year-old, to be clenching an item under her jacket, and immediately ran from the officers. A brief foot pursuit ensued, and officers were able to place the suspect in handcuffs. Officers were able to safely recover the firearm. She stole the firearm off the security guard.
I want to ask you a question.
Wow.
Where did she think she was going?
Where did she think she was going? As officers were searching Bates, they recovered a firearm from his waistband. The firearm was determined to be a Hopkins & Allen 5 rounds in magazine. I never heard of Hopkins & Allen. All right. Bates was placed under arrest and charged with unlawful possession of a firearm, unlawful possession of ammunition, assault and battery, disorderly conduct, and trespassing. He will be arraigned in the court. The 16-year-old is placed under arrest and charged with, this is what you get for trying to be cute, delinquent to wit unlawful possession of a firearm, delinquent to wit unlawful possession of a large capacity feeding device, delinquent to wit unlawful possession of ammunition, assault and battery, and larceny of a firearm. And she's expected to be arraigned in South Boston District Court.
This is what you got to teach your children. If you see it's something, a fight, you don't take the police officer's gun and try to run away with it. Like that is things that
Mind your business.
in my heart, I feel like that is common sense.
Yep.
And I know that common sense is not common, but what makes you say, I'm going to take the police officer's gun and run?
The security guard's gun.
Yeah.
I'm going to do that. And stand there still, hiding it under my coat.
Hiding under my coat. And then when they see me, I'm going to run.
Yep. And then
instead of her going to get an application at AMC to get a little job and serve a little fried macaroni and cheese ball with a little buffalo sauce on the side.
They have that.
Oh, girl, it's so good.
Oh.
It's nice. You can get it with marinara sauce or buffalo sauce.
16. Another story that just came up here is 2 teens arrested for allegedly stealing a rifle from a locked state police cruiser. I'm not going to read that. I think that's the one. Headline.
Did we touch on that yesterday?
I don't know.
Where did it come from? Yeah, I think we touched on that yesterday.
The cruiser, yeah.
Oh, okay. I wasn't there.
When did we think that was a good idea?
I don't know. These kids is dumb these days.
Stand up.
All right. These kids they brains aren't working at all these days, and I think it's really, really sad. Like, what is going on here? What are we being taught at home? Are parents in the house anymore?
No, parents is outside. Parents is trying to make the money in order to survive in Boston.
Oh my goodness gracious!
Because we ain't got none.
We ain't got no money.
All right.
Anyhow, so that was that thing.
So Target calls. All right, this may hit home for a lot of you guys. So, really think about this.
Don't accuse our listeners.
So Target calls Framingham police on woman who didn't scan every item in self-checkout. First of all, I think the headline is misleading.
Why?
How you know she just didn't forget?
I don't know. That's true.
And why were you accusing her of stealing things?
This is true.
You don't know what happened. I could have got a phone call at the time, and I thought that I scanned it. It didn't scan. I didn't hear it, and I put it in the bag.
Well, she the fool. She don't know how to do it right.
That's
what you
what
got to do is
happens
you
to
find
me
the
all the
cheapest
time.
object, and you keep scanning that cheap object.
Really? All right. Framingham police were called to Target on Saturday night for a woman who did not scan every item in the self-checkout. The call came into police at 6:53 p.m. on March 25th for Target at 400 Situate Road. A female did not. A female did not scan multiple items at the self-checkout line, totaling $113. A collective gasp is needed. She has been identified and will be summoned to court, said the police spokesperson.
I commend her for going to Target and only spending $113.
Because first of all, in order for you to get some lotion and some toothpaste, it's $113
sure
for freaking Target.
It sure is.
Now, if I go there and I just casually forget to scan the hidden egg that the child wants, why is that a problem?
Why do them little boys always ask for them damn eggs?
Those eggs are so stupid.
And they don't eat them, and then them little toys inside of them are stupid.
Stupid little toy eatery. It's some little plastic egg-looking
What
things.
they called? I don't know.
Something stupid.
They got Nutella inside of them.
Nutella.
You hate Nutella?
Egg.
I've never tried it.
Oh, it's called Joy. Kinder Joy.
Kinder Joy. Yep, that's what it's called.
It's dumb.
Yeah, it's dumb.
I mean, I just feel like they should not be arresting people for not scan. If you wanted all the items scanned, you should have the goddamn workers there to scan all the friggin' items.
Exactly.
Why
Instead
you
of
telling
making me work here?
Why are you telling me that I, doing self-checkout, can't not scan some of the items that I'm self-checking out? I forgot. It's not a crime to forget things. And that's all I gotta say.
All right.
And don't arrest me for anything that I do. Because every time, everything don't need to be scanned. And that's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah. Shit. I agree, Sauce. I'm not agreeing.
Like if I buy some honey pot, I'm gonna scan the soap, but I'm not gonna scan the wipes. Somebody be scanned.
Buy one, get one free.
If I'm doing it myself, what is my incentive?
Why do that? Just scan the wipes twice.
Moving on.
Duh.
And this is personal. This is your personal things. You don't have to be influenced by anything that Miss Tony is talking about today.
Don't put my name in it.
And then last but not least, Massachusetts postal worker sentenced for attempting to bribe boss to participate in traffic cocaine. What that sound like?
Look, listen.
I got video of this.
Go, let's see the video. Yeah.
I want to know how the conversation went. Yo, boss man. Is this it?
Yep.
I can't hear.
What is he?
No.
So what we're
So
looking
I
at
think
is
we're
that he's
looking at,
arresting
yeah.
him. He's
Oh,
arresting him. Oh, where did these other 14 go out of the car? Did he not realize?
Yo, son. And they were off.
Yo,
They're
that's
gone.
crazy. So the police didn't bother to check the rest of the vehicle for people? Or did he tell them to sit still? Let's read
What
it.
happened?
Let me see let me make sure this is the right video.
A Massachusetts postal worker was sentenced in a Boston federal court. I think that's not the right vehicle.
Not the right.
That one
video.
says TXDPS trooper stops truck with 9 illegal immigrants. So that's not the right one. But that is a story in itself.
That's
because
they
that
should've-
looked like a clown car with all of them jumping out of it
That's
immediately.
better than them ones flying that thing and landing at the airport.
A Massachusetts postal worker was sentenced in a Boston federal court on Wednesday after attempting to bribe his boss to get them to participate in a cocaine trafficking scheme. John Noviello, 61 of Nashua, New Hampshire, was sentenced to 1 day in prison and 3 years of supervised release for offering to pay his boss $1,700 per kilogram of successfully delivered cocaine.
Oh wow, 1,700 per kilo.
And how much kilos is kilos?
That's not worth it, is it?
Yeah, because if you have like 13 kilos, that's at least 13K.
Yeah, but you have to figure out if the risk is worth the reward.
Touché.
And in that case, I don't think so.
According to the charging documents, postal worker in Lowell, Massachusetts approached his boss on February 15th, requesting their assistance in a scheme to divert postal packages suspected of containing cocaine. Novello allegedly offered to pay the supervisor $17.50 per kilogram of cocaine successfully obtained by any delivered package. According to the U.S. Attorney's Office, 2 years later, on February 17th, Novello allegedly left $850 in cash in a Dunkin's bag inside the supervisor's vehicle in an attempt to encourage the supervisor to agree to the scheme.
Look, I just left you a little something.
A little son, don't spend all at once. There's more where that came from.
Exactly.
Novella later commented that was a nice envelope for starters, allegedly attempting to sway the supervisor's decision to not participate in the scheme. The boss contacted authorities who requested that they conduct a controlled purchase with law enforcement. The boss purchased from Novella, where the defendant allegedly distributed approximately 3.7 grams of cocaine for $200. I don't know. I might have been enticed.
I don't know. I don't know if I would have told on him like that.
Yeah, I
and
thought
called
I
the
would have
authorities
just
and
been
all
like,
that.
I'm gonna just take this $8.50 in
Right.
order to not tell on you because
Right.
I don't want no
parts of it.
Yeah.
Right.
But
And if you get in trouble, I'm gonna tell them that you bribed me.
But I'll keep this for a
look-
little incentive if I'm feeling nice that day.
I'll look the other way
A little bit.
a little bit.
Just don't let me see it.
Yes.
And I'll take this bag of $8.50 once a week.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Yep.
Have a good day.
Exactly. That's how you got to do it. That's how the mafia do it. They be like, listen, you got to pay me to protect you and to keep my mouth shut.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what you got to do.
Yeah. Pay me.
Yeah.
Pay me.
Yeah.
And that concludes our Around the Way news for today. We're going to take a quick commercial break and we'll come back in a few minutes. Keep it locked. Spark FM Online.
Turn it on. Turn it up.
This is SparkFMOnline.com.
JP Morgan Chase is making a global commitment to break down barriers to drive inclusive economic growth all over the world. We believe there is a pressing need to help more people move up the economic ladder. That is why we are investing in communities and people to create an economy that works for all, because no community should be left behind. Right here in Boston, we're focusing that work in Dorchester, Roxbury, and Mattapan, among other neighborhoods, on improving financial health. These efforts aim to address the key drivers of the racial wealth divide head-on. We're here to empower individuals, families, and small businesses by connecting them to the tools that build generational wealth and a long-lasting legacy. Chase is investing in Boston. Chase is investing in you. Visit us at the Mattapan branch at 1617 Blue Hill Avenue, where the team is waiting to help.
The Caribbean Foundation of Boston presents the 38th Annual Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Community Appreciation Awards Banquet on Sunday, April 2nd, with music by Tempo International Rhythm and Steel, yours truly, Janet Joe Johnson, to step into culture dances, and much more. Sunday, April 2nd at the Thelma Burns Building, 575 Warren Street in Dorchester. Tickets now on sale. 617-445-1228. That's 617-445-1228. Come celebrate the 38th Annual Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Appreciation Awards Banquet at the Thelma Burns Building, 575 Warren Street in Dorchester. Log on to CaribbeanFoundation.net for more information. Your MC for the evening, City Councilor Brian Worrell. Join us April 2nd for the 38th Annual Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Community Appreciation Awards Banquet, brought to you by the Caribbean Foundation of Boston.
Moonbox Productions is thrilled to present The House of Ramon Iglesia by Jose Rivera. Directed by Arthur Gomez, The House of Ramon Iglesia opens April 14th and runs through April 30th at the Mosesian Center for Arts in Watertown. A poignant play about Americanized son's torturous efforts to break away from his immigrant parents. A break that can't be made until he accepts the ethnic heritage he spent his life trying to suppress. Tickets are $55 for general admission, $45 for seniors, and $20 for student rush half hour prior to performance, and are available at www.mosesianarts.org. Pay what you can. Tickets are available at the door.
Chez Vu's Roller Skating Rink presents the 8th annual Boston Swerve Weekend.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Don't miss out on Boston's biggest skate link-up of the year. Swerve Weekend takes place April 7th through the 9th. It's 3 nights of skating, meet and greets, day parties, music, food, and much more. It's a 21-plus event. You can grab those tickets at eventbrite.com/Boston Swerve 23. For more information, you can check out Boston Swerve on social media or visit ChezVusRollerRink.com. Once again, their 8th annual Boston Swerve Weekend taking place April 7th through the 9th. Don't miss it. Tell a friend to tell a friend and get linked up.
The all-new Spark FM. Spark FM.
Come on.
Spark FM.
Yo, chick a man be ballin'. These chicks pigeon toed. Some of them be crawling.
Spark FM.
Oh gosh. It's me again.
New England's #1 urban Caribbean music. Radio. Spark FM.
Oh, that's the DJ Zay.
I want to do the Harlem Shake.
This is Coach Chris's song. You gotta do the dance.
Yeah, like that. That's what I want to do.
That's the TikTok. I don't know the TikTok song.
Yeah.
That's the TikTok dance, I mean.
Yeah, that's what I like to do, that kind of dance.
Go ahead, Miss Tony. Hit it.
That was over there. Shake it down. Shake it down, shake it up, shake it down, take it down.
Shake it down, take it down. It's time for our national and world news. Miss Tony, what you got for us?
Woo! I got the things, girl. I got
Tell
the
us.
things.
Get
Them
the
things
things.
is thangin'. Questlove, nope, not that one. Nashville shooter who killed 6 drew maps and surveyed the school. What the hell is that? First of all, that whole thing just doesn't sit well with my soul. It is not well with my soul, this Nashville school shooting.
I'm not okay with it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not okay with any of them. This one just seems like extra cruel. Like you did it on super purpose.
Yeah, like you're just awful. A former student shot through the doors of a Christian elementary school on Monday and killed 3 children and 3 adults after elaborately planning the massacre by drawing out a detailed map and conducting surveillance of the building. The massacre at the Convent School in Nashville was the latest in a series of mass shootings in a country that has grown increasingly unnerved by bloodshed in schools. Do you want to go ahead and play the video?
I'm so
Okay, the victims include 3 9-year-old children, the school's top administrator, a substitute teacher, and a custodian. Amid the chaos, a familiar ritual played out. Panicked parents rushed to the school to see if their children were safe and tearfully hugged their kids, and a stunned community plans vigils for the victims. I was literally moved to tears to see this in the kids as they are being ushered out of the building, Metropolitan Nashville Police said during one of the several news conferences. Police gave unclear information on the gender of the shooter, who police say was fatally shot by 2 responding officers at the school. For hours, police identified the shooter as a 28-year-old woman and eventually identified the person as Audrey Hale. Then at a late afternoon press conference, the police chief said that Hale was transgender. After the news conference, police spokesperson Don Aaron declined to elaborate on how Hale currently identified.
Is the person transgender or not?
Yeah,
because
transgender.
why they
said
it is?
Last night they said transgender.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead.
This morning, as you said, Ethan, we know that 6 victims are dead, including 3 9-year-olds and 3 adults in their 60s.
Ridiculous.
Chilling surveillance video released by the Metro Nashville Police Department shows the moment a shooter paces the halls of a private Christian school in Nashville, which teaches students from preschool to 6th grade. The 2-minute clip shows 28-year-old Audrey Hale driving around the school, then shooting out the side door and entering the building. That's when police responded to a 911 call of shots fired in the school.
Metro Midtown is on a school shooting. Reports of multiple victims down.
Video shows the teachers shuffling students to safety, a familiar sight as children hold hands creating a chain and walk in a line led by a teacher. Photos show emotional parents hugging their kids tight, grateful to be among the lucky ones. Meanwhile, officers rushed in, canvassing the building.
Officers entered the first story of the school, began clearing it. They heard shots coming from the second level. They immediately went to the gunfire. When the officers got to the second level, they saw a shooter, a female, who was firing. The officers engaged her. She was fatally shot by responding police officers.
As hail fired at responding officers outside, Officer Rex Engelbert and Officer Michael Colazzo shot and killed Hale, allowing rescue crews to reach the victims, rushing them to the hospital.
We did make transport of 3 individuals and 3 children and then 2 adults that were taken from the scene.
I was literally moved to tears to see this and the kids as they were being ushered out of the building.
The shooting stunning the community.
There was one couple running up the hill and some cop on a motorcycle stopped them, and then the
video is 7 minutes long.
The mother just doubled over and just hysterical.
Yeah, I don't want to watch because I don't know.
Yeah.
Like what I don't know what happened. I think all of us have a lot of questions. Like the police were there on scene. At what point did she kill everybody? If she had enough time.
Well, they responded after she started shooting out the door and stuff. That's when the police.
Yeah. So then what was the how did she find the people to kill? Like what was the protocol then?
The next thing is just video of her. That shocking footage. Triz, if you click on that, I think there's 2 different videos. There's the one that shows her shooting out the window, and then the next one is just it's all the same video where she's just walking around opening doors. And just there was one point where she opened a door and she went like this, and I was like, oh my gosh! But I don't know if she was actually shooting then.
Because along to that, like. What is the protocol for and this I don't even want to speak about this, and I don't want to even talk about it because I hate the idea of my child having to know a protocol that has to happen when an active shooter comes in your class to kill you. And where were they? Did she find them huddled somewhere?
See, right here, this part. Oh, I don't know if Tristan has it playing, but I have it playing on my thing. But she comes out of the room and she like immediately puts up the gun, looks through the.
I don't even want to watch that because I think it's crazy. Like I can see the alarms and stuff on there. So
walking through the cafeteria.
So at this point, we know that something is wrong.
Yeah.
So what do we do?
Yeah.
How did she find the 6 people?
Yeah.
Like, did they not know? Were they running from her? Like, what was happening that like everything seemed to be working right. The police were alerted. The alarms went off. Everybody knew what was going on. Where did she find the victims? I don't know. Like she was driving around. Like I was watching the comments and they were like, there needs to be a security desk at every school that is monitoring all doors to see what is going on. And I was like, that seems pretty basic. And then there was the ongoing conversation about, gun control. Yeah. Do we think that having stricter things on gun control is going to stop all the school shootings? And, what can we do? Should there be armed police and teachers in the school? What are we doing here?
Yeah, it's so incredibly sad. This morning, you getting your kids ready to go to school, this morning, and you don't want to scare them by saying anything crazy to them. So for me, it was just like, make sure you listen to your teacher. You know what I mean? Because I know that their teachers are going to do what they can to protect them in case that something happens, but just make sure you listen to your teacher. Like, please make sure you listen to you don't know what to say.
What do you say to them?
Yeah.
You're right. I don't want to be like, there's people that come to schools and shoot people and kill them.
Yeah.
You don't want to say that to your baby when they're supposed to be going to learn their math and arithmetics. And that's all I be thinking is like the kids are sitting there in the class learning context clues and watching the video, and they have 2 minutes to be left on, you know, extra math on their computer screens or whatever. And then somebody comes and kills your kid.
Yeah.
Like, what is that? What is, I don't stand.
Child.
Shakai said her school, their schools down there have panic buttons inside each class.
But that's, and I've read comments about that too. I don't feel like we have panic buttons in the schools here, do we?
So, no.
Right. Mario, you know, the singer Mario posted yesterday, and he was like, so you're telling me that airports are safer than our schools? And that started sparking a lot of debate about that. It's you know, there's a lot of news today that's just kind of crazy, but it's stuff that I don't even know. I don't know. New Jersey takes control of police force in third largest city, Paterson, and this is weeks after. Sorry.
Why you had that one?
I didn't put that there.
You put that in?
What? I didn't put that in.
It was there. Take it out.
What's that? I didn't put that in.
There's breaking news right now. Mexico, there's a migrant fire that happened last night that killed 39 migrants in a migrant holding place. It says that it was started by migrants who were trying to protest being deported. So they set mattresses on fire, and then 39 of them ended up dying from the fire that they set.
Planned protest.
It's awful.
I mean, it's martyrism, right? Like you die for your cause.
Yeah, I guess. Wouldn't you rather just go back home than to be dead?
Same.
Or maybe they'd rather be dead than to go back home. Who knows what the conditions were where they lived. So it says that migrants fearing deportation set mattresses ablaze at an immigration detention center in northern Mexico, starting the fire that left 39 dead, the president said Tuesday, following one of the deadliest incidents ever at an immigration lockup in the country. Hours after the fire broke out on late Monday, rows of bodies were laid out under shimmery silver sheets outside this facility in Ciudad Juarez, which is across from El Paso, Texas, and a major crossing point for migrants. Ambulances, firefighters, and vans from the morgue swarmed to the scene. 39 people died and 29 were injured.
Wow.
That's terrible. That is terrible.
That's a bad hit. What else? Almost 2 tons of ground beef had been recalled in 9 states over E. coli concerns. If you bought ground beef in the past week, throw it away. Oh, we already ate it, didn't we?
I just ate all the ground beef.
You know what I really want?
I got E. coli.
It's not necessarily. Let's see if it was in Massachusetts. You know what I really want? Remember that time Mommy made the ground beef and she put a little sauce in it, and then we had it with plantains.
I'll make that once a week.
Yep.
Why don't make
It's in Massachusetts, y'all. Throw away y'all beef.
No, Drizzy. I'll make that tonight.
I don't eat ground beef. I eat ground turkey. My story's not
ground
golden.
turkey. So stupid.
You have to season it a lot, but it's really good. It can be really tasty. You have to make sure, you know, sazon completo. You put that in it. You use some sazon. You have to cut up onions and peppers and lots of garlic, all of that stuff. Put some of that pique in it from Zamba.
Zamba.
Because that's how I feel like. Zoom, zoom, zoom. But after I use it, put a little pique in it. Woo, that is good. Ground turkey, I love it. Nearly 1.7 tons of ground beef has been recalled after a sample from a Kansas-based meat packer tested positive for E. coli, the U.S. Center for Agriculture mentioned on Friday. Elkhorn Valley Packing has recalled the boneless beef chuck that was packaged on February 16th and shipped to retail and wholesale locations in the following 9 states: Connecticut, Illinois, Indiana, Maryland, Massachusetts.
Oh, Jesus.
Michigan, New Jersey, New York, and Pennsylvania.
Oh, I'm going to die.
Oh, Lord, the meat was sent to restaurants and hotels as well.
Bro, do you know how much ground beef I've eaten in the last 2 weeks?
Damn, you said you wasn't even eating beef.
I was a big beef. Ground beef is small beef.
You don't want no big meat. You want the ground
I want
one.
the ground one. Make it small.
The complete list of serial numbers and box count can be found online if y'all want to check it out. E. coli is a bacteria that causes vomiting and diarrhea.
I ain't got none of that, so my batch must have not had that.
The USDA is urging anyone who purchased the meat to discard it. These products should be thrown away or returned to the place of purchase. they say. The full list can be found online if you're concerned.
I just dropped it in the comment section as well.
You're so efficient and shit. You better go away. Oh my goodness. Federal agents find a missing juvenile in 64K at a border checkpoint. What does this mean? Look at the cash money in the bags.
That's mine. I claim it.
I don't know what I don't know what's happening here. Do. La 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 la. Boom. All right. Corpus Christi, Texas. Border Patrol agents on Friday located a missing juvenile and seized $64,000 in cash as a vehicle attempted to avoid authorities at a South Texas checkpoint. Here's the thing. I need to Google, because $1,000 is a G. Mm-hmm. What is K?
That's the same thing.
Carrot.
A G and a K is the same thing?
Yes.
Oh.
Like 5K run. The 5,000 steps.
Nope. That's a good one though, because what does that mean? What's 5K? 5 kilometers?
It's 3.5 miles or something like that.
But it's kilometers.
Yes.
Okay, so when you say 60K,
that's also that. But that in general, G and K are 1,000.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. According to it, is there another letter?
No.
P. 60.
K.
Push P.
Band.
Oh, band.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. I think there's more. I don't know. According to the news release from U.S. Customs and Border Protection, Kingsville agents made the discovery when a motorist attempted to drive past the Javier Vega Jr. immigration checkpoint outside of Sarita. I'm trying to talk like Carlos. Agents determined that the motorist and juvenile passenger were U.S. citizens. A further investigation by agents revealed the juvenile was registered to the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children database. Deputies said the Kennedy County Sheriff's Office took custody of the motorist, the juvenile, cash, and the vehicle. Why aren't they naming them? The juvenile was turned over to the Texas Juvenile Probation. Very proud of our Rio Grande Valley Sector Border Patrol agents who, through their diligent work, encountered a missing juvenile, further avoiding risk to her life and safety, said Gloria Chavez in a statement.
In a statement.
That is good. I'm glad that they found that young girl because she was missing. A naked woman is seen climbing up a tree and is accused of murder. What race do you guys think this woman is?
I can't guess race anymore because every time I try to guess race, it don't be what I thought it was gonna be because everybody's crazy.
So what do you just guess? A naked woman seen climbing up a tree and accused of murder.
White.
Sounds about white to me. She's not though. She's black and crazy. A Florida woman who deputies said ran through a neighborhood naked and climbed a tree is accused of murder. Cherie Latoya Williams, 34, of West Palm Beach, was arrested on Sunday and charged with first-degree murder, according to the police. Williams made her first appearance in court on Monday. According to a probable cause affidavit, police received a call at 9:12 a.m. on Sunday about a disturbance involving a woman running around naked. Police said Williams was a tenant of the person who called police, living in a one-bedroom efficiency located behind the main residence in West Palm Beach.
Efficiency.
Can you tell me what's an efficiency? Because somebody used that word on me last night.
Efficiency?
One bedroom efficiency. Okay. Studio apartments. What does EFF mean in apartments? So that means studio apartment. Sometimes called an efficiency unit.
Oh, okay. Triz, you have some footage for that?
For hotels, an efficiency generally is considered to be one room that includes a small kitchen area or kitchenette and typically also has a dining table with chairs and a separate bathroom. Oh, so it's like a little
room in.
It's like this room if it had a bathroom.
Pulled a deputy out of a bad crash just as that patrol cruiser burst into flames. Orlando Fire Lieutenant Benjamin Woodson saw Seminole County Deputy Matthew Luxon slam into an overpass bridge and quickly turned his car around to help. The sheriff's office believes Deputy Luxon was suffering a medical emergency when he crashed the cruiser. The two plan to meet today for the first time since that.
These things be lying.
That's not the link for that.
I tell you, they be lying.
They're supposed to have.
So wait, this is still the naked woman?
This is still the naked woman. After the landlord attempted to convince Williams to put her clothes back on, she went to her apartment and opened the door. Inside, the man found a black female dead with a black cord around her neck.
Oh, Jesus.
Deputies arrested Williams and took her to an area hospital for treatment. After Williams was released, she was interviewed by detectives and the sheriff's department.
Does your carpet look tired? Well, right now in National...
According to deputies, she allegedly confessed to grabbing a black cell phone charging cord that belonged to the victim and strangled her to death. Williams allegedly told deputies that she believed the victim was trying to sacrifice her for financial gain.
Oh,
here we go.
Sacrifice her for financial.
We got it.
Sacrifice.
Wow.
Today, our just Carbonari is in West Palm Beach with more
sacrificing
on
your
what happened
friends
inside the courtroom.
Here's a clip.
Cherie Williams was denied bond and ordered no contact with witnesses or the victim's family. You can see the 34-year-old here as she made her first appearance in front of a Palm Beach County judge today. Cherie Williams faces first-degree premeditated murder in connection to the killing of another woman who was found in her apartment with a cord around her neck. The relationship to that woman has not been made public. Deputies say they got a call on Sunday stating Williams was running around naked and climbing a tree in West Palm Beach.
You think there was a sex
when detectives
time gone
located
wrong?
Williams, she was hiding in a pipe within a canal
was
in the
naked
area
too?
of Scottsdale Road North, just down the street from the crime scene. Investigators say Williams told them, quote, people were trying to kill her and that demons were in the sky. After taking her into custody,
Mental break.
detectives later found a woman's body in Williams' apartment. In an interview with detectives, Williams' landlord told them there were some issues leading up to the entire ordeal. He explained Williams appeared to be a nice person and was renting out a unit with her 8-year-old son, but over the weekend, he says, he got a call from her saying she was seeing things and explained she was acting strange. Williams is due back in court on May 18th. Reporting from West Palm Beach, I'm Josie Carbonari, WPBS.
Wow.
I think it was a sex situation gone wrong.
You think she was
sexing?
You think there was a little BDSM happening? And that's
It
why
could
she
have
choked
been, bro, because child, that sounds crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. And then our very last story, it's kind of WTF-ish a little bit, but not really. A New York judge is fired after his very thirsty OnlyFans account emerges. He's very X-rated. He's hot, though. Look at him.
Is he? Show me to him. Show me to
He's
him.
hot.
He looking nice.
Look at him. Brian.
Oh, that's a judge?
Okay, Brad.
Okay, Your Honor.
Sure.
How you doing?
Sure.
Objection.
What you got up under that robe, Your Honor?
Sustained.
He said a New York judge, he didn't say it, a New York judge has been fired after his X-rated OnlyFans and Just for Fans accounts came to light. Wait, there's an OnlyFans and a Just for Fans?
What's a Just? Let me look that up. That might be a little less saturated. I might get rid of it. Just for Fans.
Gregory A. Locke, 33, was a city administrative law judge, according to the New York Post. His main responsibility was adjudicating parking tickets. Out of work hours, Locke posted adult content on his Twitter account with links to see more on his OnlyFans. His Twitter name is at CTRLZALT. This is what I'm wearing under my clothes to jury duty in case one of my lawyers gives me a wink and a nod toward the courthouse bathroom. That's what he said. Let me see. It says it includes potentially sensitive content. Oh, look at him with a ha. At the time of writing.
This is what y'all be doing. Just for fans seems to be men. Oh, maybe because I put show me cis men. Oh, that's different because I'm like, what's happening right now? There's a lot of naked white men's on my screen.
Oh, at the time
that's
of
a lot of penis. Jesus.
Let me see it. No, I don't see it. At the time of writing, his Twitter account was still active. It's extremely not safe for work viewing. Locke makes no effort to disguise his face. His OnlyFans bio, Locke boasted of being a white-collar professional by day, very unprofessional by night, always amateur, always raw, and always slutty.
Yes.
His videos show him enjoying very uninhibited sessions with other guys.
Wow.
In a tweet posted on January 11th, Locke revealed he was a judge. Besides being full-time internet hoes, what are y'all's jobs? And he said, proudly, I'm a judge. Whether posting thirsty videos bars Locke from serving as a judge is open to debate, it possibly didn't help Locke that he also posted some political commentary online. Responding to a speech NYC Mayor Eric Adams made earlier in the month, in which he criticized the separation of church and state, Locke tweeted, Eric Adams can suck my...
Well, clearly there's a lot of people on there doing that already, Judge Joe Brown.
CT.
Suck my
C something T.
Suck my skin.
Oh, but he's a man. I should say. City Councilwoman Vicky Palladino. Ooh, I whispered it into the microphone. City Councilwoman Vicky Palladino recently criticized drag queen story hours. This led Locke to tweet to her a week ago saying, "Choke on a dick." It was Palladino who went on to lodge a complaint about Locke, and this led to his firing. This city must have absolute faith in its courts at every level, and employing of individuals like Mr. Locke in positions of legal authority only corrodes the people's trust in the professionalism and impartiality of our
Let's stop there.
institutions.
Do you think that there should be a separation of what I do in my personal life and what I do as a professional? Like, is that unethical for me to be a porn star by night and a judge of the law by
this
day?
This is kind of similar to the young lady that was running for.
Oh yeah.
What was she running for?
She was already
in Rhode Island,
yeah.
right? The Rhode Island one.
And she twerked?
Yeah.
I feel like that's a little different because you on a beach twerking versus you have a secret life of being naked and getting sucked off.
Yeah.
And you're
on TV.
And he's trolling, politicians and saying nasty stuff about them.
Like suck my cock.
Yes, suck my C-U-N-T.
Oh, can I say? I can't say that. Sorry.
And choke on a dick.
Beep.
Yeah.
Beep.
Yeah, so he's saying things like that. It says he's reportedly been fired for unprofessional behavior, according to the city rules of conduct. A city administrative law judge shall conduct all of his or her extrajudicial activities so that they do not cast reasonable doubt on the city administrative law judge's capacity.
You're a judge, sir.
Yeah. For a judge, you just can't have an OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Like, it's not a privilege that you're allowed to have as a judge.
Yeah.
And I think I feel like people should be able to do whatever they need to, but there are certain professions that are just way too professional for you to be not professional at night. Like, what if the person you just sentenced now buys a subscription to your OnlyFans or Only4Fans, and now they sitting in there watching you whack off while you just sentenced them to 30 days in jail?
Well,
he's
in charge of parking tickets.
Oh.
That's the kind of judge that he is. He judges parking tickets.
No, that's
traffic
even
offenses.
worse. That's even worse. You too close to the public now. Like you seeing these people every day.
Yeah.
This is not like a violent crime, a whole profile crime. Like Tristan got a ticket yesterday. Now I gotta go see the judge, and he's probably
You're not just seeing his
on the morning show today.
Right.
We just talked about that. Now I got to see you about my parking ticket. That's the first thing I'm going in with. Judge, should you be giving me a ticket when you was just ticketing somebody's butt? No. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know.
Ticketing somebody's butt.
I don't know.
He's hot though.
Yeah, he is
Look
very
at
hot.
little body.
I would definitely pay a little some
jockey shorts on. Wow. I'm not paying to see it. If it ain't on Pornhub, I'm not seeing it.
What is that? Pornhub is your preferred site?
It's free.
Like, what's that?
It's free. What else is a Pornhub and an XTube, RedTube? I don't know none of these things. I don't know any of these.
Ghetto
things.
gaggers.
Yes. Look at this. People are on here talking about. He's like, this is what I wear under my robe. People are here talking about. I do not object. And all kind of things.
Sustained.
Yes. Hey, arrest me, please. Keep up looking good. Stand strong against the small minds.
Yes.
All of those things. That is our national news, y'all.
We're going to go to a quick commercial break, and we're going to subscribe to this OnlyFans page by Judge
Somebody said
Judge Big Ones.
Oh, I see. It's a hung jury.
We'll be right back in a few moments. Keep it locked. Spark FM Online.
You're listening to Saucy and Friends in the morning with Miss Hot Sauce, Miss Tony, and Rockstone Triz.
Turn it on. Turn it up.
This is SparkFMOnline.com. Advertise your business, brand, or music on Spark FM. Contact us at SparkFMOnline.com for more information.
healthy is your heart. Believe it or not, half of the country has at least one risk factor for cardiovascular disease. Hi, I'm Senator Liz Miranda from Massachusetts. February is American Heart Month, a perfect time to focus on our overall health and well-being. It is important to know that high blood pressure, high cholesterol, and smoking increase the risk of heart disease. But did you know women, rural Americans, and racial and ethnic groups are also disproportionately impacted? While not all of these factors are controllable, we can take preventable steps to stay healthy. Regular exercise, eating a balanced diet, and not smoking are a good place to start. Make an appointment with your healthcare provider today to assess your risk. If you have heart disease, monitor your blood pressure and keep up with your healthcare visits. For more, visit womeningovernment.org.
Massive It's the Sunday Food with Father John and Trini Tech. Every Sunday, 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Playing you vintage classics, calypso, ska beats, reggae, roots, R&B, souls, dub, and more. It's the Sunday Food. Every Sunday, 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Spark FM Online.
Finally Home is a must-read, step-by-step guide that will equip any first-time homebuyer with the knowledge they need to confidently make informed decisions. This book provides answers in simple and clear terms to most, if not all, of the questions you may have about credit, homeownership, and generational wealth. Finally Home equips the reader with the confidence to be engaged with the home buying process without feeling vulnerable or exploited. Tailor-Made Real Estate Easy is not just a catchy hashtag. It is real estate agent and radio personality Taylor Andre's goal. A goal to simplify one of the most challenging processes you will go through as an adult. A goal to educate you properly on credit and teach you the strategies to finding the home of your dream. It is not just a good book or an easy read. It is the secret to a seamless home buying experience.
The all-new Spark FM.
Them not like me, I mean I like them.
Spark FM.
Come on. Hot, sicker than your average.
Spark FM.
Young, sugar man be ballin'. Big chick pigeon toed. Some of them be crawling.
Spark FM.
Oh gosh. It's me again.
New England's #1 urban Caribbean music. Radio. Spark FM.
You're listening to Saucy and Friends in the Morning with Miss Hot Sauce, Miss Tony, and Rockstone Triz.
Spark FM Online, #1 for urban and Caribbean music. We are the people station and we go where you go. Very soon you guys will be starting to see little things that's pointing to you guys to download our new app because it is coming. For all of you, do you guys got an app? Do you guys got an app? It's coming. We're so excited. Yeah. Also, don't forget about Bars 2, April 22nd. Bars 2. We just got confirmation on all of our spots, so we'll be putting out the updated list very soon this week. So make sure you guys get your tickets for that stress-free VIP. We only got 30 slots. No, we got 22 slots left for that. So I'm really, really excited. So you guys are gonna have fun, and we are going deeper into the city. Into the city. It's time for our entertainment news. Let's get right into that. Questlove is doing a live adaptation of The Aristocrats. How do you guys feel about live adaptation movies of these things? Because it seems like that's what they are building these days. It's just a bunch of live action movies.
I don't like them.
Now, is this out already? Because there's an Aristocrats that's on Hulu right now.
A live adaptation?
I think it's live adaptation. I don't know if it's a live adaptation, but why are they doing? I hate that they do more than one
this is not out
of
yet.
things because they, like Pinocchio, when they did the Pinocchio movie when it came out last year, there were 2 of them that was released at the same time.
A live adaptation and then another Pinocchio.
Yeah.
One was directed by
Guillermo del Toro,
and the other one was a remake of the Disney one.
Which one is the good one?
Guillermo del Toro.
Guillermo del Toro's won awards, but I think that I really enjoyed the Disney one.
What's going? You all right?
Yeah.
They took a lot of stuff out of the original one from the Disney one. It's not as dark as it was.
You think so?
Yeah.
I felt like they had so much when he turned into the donkey and
I've never been a fan of the Pinocchio movie. I actually don't feel like I've ever seen the whole Pinocchio.
So the original Disney one is much darker. Like they were drinking beer and stuff when they went to the little boy's place. They were smoking.
What is the story of Pinocchio?
He was a wooden boy who wanted to become a real boy.
It was about a man,
Geppetto.
Geppetto. It's about Geppetto.
Geppetto lost his family.
Yeah. Oh.
And so he built or maybe he didn't have a family. I don't know. Something happened in his family he had. So he made the little wooden boy because he really wanted a son.
Yes.
And then Jiminy Cricket came out the sky one day.
No, the fairy come before the Jiminy Cricket.
No, Jiminy Cricket was there first.
Oh.
And then Jiminy Cricket was like, hey, Geppetto, da-da-da-da-da. And da-da-da. And then Geppetto went to bed. When he went to bed, the fairy came out the moon.
Okay.
And she changed Pinocchio.
Why did she change him?
She gave him life.
Did Pinocchio say that he wanted to be changed? Or she was just like,
he was a doll. He was a wooden doll.
And Geppetto used to pray to the fairies or something?
No.
Okay.
No.
So why did the fairy decide that he wanted to come down and make this wooden animal?
Because it's Disney.
Oh, all right.
It's a movie.
Okay.
God damn it. And so then Pinocchio has all of these adventures.
Yes. So why Pinocchio be lying?
Because he's a real boy.
Because he's a boy.
So why his nose gotta get bigger?
He made out of wood. It's like an erection. He gets off on lying.
Jesus Christ.
It's sexual innuendo.
Oh, man, where's my new sound effect?
Is it true? I don't think that's true.
If you study,
Questlove, the joint frontman of the hip hop band The Roots and musical renaissance man, will direct an upcoming hybrid live action adaptation of The Aristocrats for Walt Disney Studios. How the hell did we get on to Pinocchio? If we talking about
live action.
Live actions, yes.
But see, that's what I want to see, the live action one of The Little Mermaid too. Because when does that actually come out?
Not until the end of the year.
Bro, that's been in production for 5 American years.
This is what I'm saying. So what are they doing now? Editing it, and that's why it's taking so long?
I think they're doing stupid in it.
I never saw the cartoon version of the Aristocrats.
Oh my! Oh, I thought you was gonna say of Little Mermaid. I was gonna say, boy, what you talking about? Aristocrats is another one of those movies that I really never got completely into. I remember the little white cat with a bow.
I remember the Siamese
She
cats.
was cute.
We are Siamese, if you please.
We are Siamese, if you don't please.
That's in a dog something.
All dog goes to heaven. No. 101 Dalmatians.
No, the other dogs.
I know what you mean.
The street dogs.
It's a doggy dog world.
All dogs go to heaven.
Nope.
Lilo and Stitch.
With the dog with the
Lady and the
Tramp.
Lady and the Tramp.
Caller, you were alive.
Good morning, everybody.
Good
How's everybody doing?
Here we go. We're going to learn what it is now. The real.
No, I'm calling it the only Aristocrats movie that I actually know. Have y'all ever seen the Bob Saget version?
No. Was it dirty?
It's easily the most dirty. It's designed to be the most dirtiest joke, and it's a retelling of the same joke over and over. And I think they got like 30 or so comedians to go over it.
Didn't he get in trouble for that?
Oh, the Aristocrat. Whoopi Goldberg's in it. A whole bunch of people.
Yeah, that's what I thought Questlove was redoing. I thought he was doing a live action.
No, he's doing the one with the cats.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I found it. Aristocats jokes.
Yeah. Somehow that's actually more perverted if there are cats involved.
So what is the Aristocats
what is
movie
Schneider,
about?
what are you talking about here with gerbils and hamsters?
That had to do with Miss Tony and her her list of favorite websites.
Oh. I don't want to. I am not looking at anything that you recommended because now I know.
All right, I got to get back to work. All right.
Bye.
Tell your phone calls to come after 11 o'clock. God damn it.
Exactly. You tell your people you are working your part-time.
Thank you very much. Bye.
Bye.
So aristocrats, when a retired opera singer leaves her inheritance to her cat, Duchess, the 3 kittens, the woman's butler drugs the cats and abandons them in the countryside in order to inherit the fortune herself. Lost in unfamiliar territory, Duchess and the kittens meet Thomas O'Malley, an alley cat willing to help them return to their home in Paris. They meet several kooky characters along the way, including 2 English geese and an alley cat jazz band. Oh, wow. Oh, that seems like it would be fun for him to do.
Yeah,
that's going to be cool.
It had some racial tones to it. I just hope that they clean
settle
it up
those down.
Yeah.
Racist cats.
Racist pussy.
That's dope for Questlove, though. Questlove got some dope opportunities coming.
He does. I love Questlove. I feel like he's remained humble and common and consistent.
You know what it is about Questlove? He has sit down too long to play the drums. Them hips are spread.
They spread.
He's got hips. Yeah. He's got a set of hips on him.
I want to grab him around him.
He's got them yams.
He's got them
yams. Yams.
Trey the Truth upgrades home of woman arrested for the $77 trash. I think this was a really feel-good story. Remember this woman, they sent her, I think they arrested her for her trash bill because it was like $77. Trey the Truth fell out of the sky with angel wings. At least that's how Alabama resident Martha Meaningfield sees things. You might recall Martha's the 82-year-old woman who was hauled off to jail right before Christmas for failing to pay $77 trash bill. Wow. But Trey just poured thousands of dollars in upgrades into the very spot where she was arrested, turning it into her dream home. Trey tells TMZ Hip Hop this absurdity of the crime sparked a friendship with Martha, and after spending time at her Alabama home, he realized she needed assistance. He then teamed up with Bell Furniture.
Bell's Furniture.
Bell's Furniture.
I love Bell Furniture.
What? In Valley, Alabama for $15,000 worth of items.
Is that where they went?
I would hope that they didn't disappear like that, and maybe they went where they was welcomed. Alabama for $15,000 worth of items, including a full couch with multiple recliners, a queen bed, and new dressers. They also fully furnished her living room, dining room, and bedroom, but still have to solve the problem of her lack of central heat and AC. Amen. Trey tells us the work is far from done. He's currently looking for a team to fix the foundation in Martha's home to prevent flooding and working to secure her a car as she doesn't have any transportation. I don't think that's necessary, Trey. We're going to stop right there. She is a good 82 years old. She doesn't need to be driving. You can get her a ride-sharing service.
A ride pass.
There ain't no reason for this woman to have it. She has lived her life. She just needs to get an Uber, put money on an Uber account. Every month, fill it up with the price of what the car would cost.
I thought he's gonna buy her real car.
And says she still doesn't truly understand how she got in Trey's radar of generosity, but is more than grateful she did. And I think that whoever the police officers are that actually put handcuffs on that little 82-year-old lady for $77 should be punched in the nuts.
They should.
Let's go to the video briefly.
That's all I gotta say, because that's stupid. This is them unpacking all of her furniture and all of her things.
What happened to all her stuff?
I think maybe she just had old stuff. She might just be alone. She got a little recliner. He could have got her an electric one that you don't got to use your hands to pull up.
I know, seriously. Trey. I didn't even know that they still make those.
Trey. They got electronic ones.
Hey, man, listen.
It's better than nothing.
Listen. Yeah, all right. She said, this is good.
Look at her little foot wiggling.
I get some busy.
Oh, busy.
Need some water or something?
That's nice.
That's beautiful. I love it. And I don't care what kind of arrest warrant you had or anything like that. Y'all could have easily just been like, ma'am, they said that we got to come get you, but I'm not going to put the handcuffs on you. Okay, you just come into the car, sit down. We're going to go there and go back.
Shakay, your grandmother should not be driving at 87, sweetheart.
Nope, your grandmother should
Especially
not be.
since you ain't got no license.
Exactly. Yeah, I just don't think it's necessary. Like, I feel like there are services available for people of that age. And not saying that she can't drive. I'm just saying that she shouldn't have to.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
Not at all.
Moving on, Gladys Knight's husband says Biden told them meeting on, I don't know what that means. All right. Biden shot down PPE meeting. This hurts black businesses. What does that mean? Gladys Knight's husband says President Biden straight up told them he didn't have 15 minutes to chat with them about what they see as a huge problem, black businesses being passed up for government contracts. The singer and her husband, William McDowell, joined us on TMZ Live Monday and explained their experience trying to nail down a meeting with Biden, which has so far proven impossible, much to their dismay. Remember, Gladys has been trying to meet with Biden since 2021. She wants to get a government contract so her company can provide PPE to the public. And her husband says he finally cornered Biden in the White House and was told the meeting wasn't going to happen. Biden presented Gladys with the National Medal of Arts last week, but her husband says when he brought up the meeting to POTUS, he was immediately shut down. Gladys and William are adamant they're not looking for a government payday or handout here. They say Biden's refusal to meet with them is an example of how much larger the problem. Black businesses continually coming in last for federal contracts, which they feel is a civil rights issue. It's a problem, Gladys says, is not unique to Biden, though. She says the feds have always been unfair to black business owners dating back to when JFK was in office, at least in her experience. The issue here, though, Gladys and William say the Biden administration is talking about wanting to create a level playing field, but actions aren't backing up words.
Ain't she the one that's getting an award or recognition from him that we talked about last week?
She just got it, but she also wanted to talk to him in the time there about the government contracts, and he didn't want to have a conversation with her. I don't know.
You have more of the story?
I don't know. Interesting.
Yeah.
Go to it.
Yeah, go to it.
Basically, it's an African American women-based company that is selling PPEs. They're selling masks,
shields, face shields too. I believe gloves, just stuff that everyone really needed during the pandemic.
Yeah, and she wants a government contract because the government is still buying a lot of this stuff. She has been asking for a meeting with President Biden. She has been trying to get her company in the mix where they're basically doling out all these contracts. She has gotten no traction. The government has not responded to her. She's been asking for a meeting with President Biden for a year now.
Yeah, at least June is when she sent this letter.
Right, last June. And basically radio silence. So she fired off a letter that we got. This letter was sent actually way back in June, so it seems like this has been going on a while. Here's what she wrote in this letter. It is extraordinarily insulting to watch news reports that a boy band from South Korea, BTS, had an in-person meeting with President Biden. It appears as if only youth-oriented artists, even if they are not Americans, will be greeted in the People's House by our president. She goes on, I know it is always harder for African Americans to get justice and fair level playing fields in business, but this is becoming ludicrous. So one of the things I should say is that they have some kind of a thing now in the government where they're looking for a Native American company to do a government contract with them. And she says there's not even a Native American company out there doing this, and she's been ignored.
And this is the thing. I feel like she's calling it what it is and calling it performative. And she also mentions in this letter that she didn't want to bring the public into this and make this like a publicity thing because she's serious about doing business, but it's needed because of how long she's been ignored. She says that the same contract that they are reaching out to find in in the lane of a Native American-owned business, she has been telling them and screaming to them, hey, I have this company. Why is this being ignored? And you know that this is an ongoing conversation. She also talked about Selena Gomez coming up to the White House as well. But I think for a lot of people with the Biden administration and just with politics in general, people feel like when it comes to African Americans and you're talking about like even passing bills, like hate crime bills and things of that nature, African Americans, when you talk about people of color, are always last on the totem pole. So she leaned into all of that and made a lot of great points here.
But here's my issue with it, okay? Because yes, BTS was at the White House. Yes, Selena Gomez was at the White House. The White House wasn't paying them $70 million to be there, and that's essentially what she's asking for, right? A government contract to reimburse money that she has lost because she made a business venture to try and sell this stuff, and the pandemic wound down. So now she's got a bunch of inventory, and she's lost out on a lot of money, right? So
true.
I think that those comparisons they don't work here because those celebrities aren't being paid to come to the White House in a business deal that went wrong.
But they are also, I mean, and maybe I have this wrong, but my understanding is they were reaching out for a company, a Native American-owned company, to still distribute some of this stuff. I understand what you're saying, that it's kind of, the time has passed maybe, but why?
I'm just saying her examples don't work here. And I think she's trying to pull at something that's not there.
I think the only reason why it would work is because, like, this is basically like you going into Walmart and saying, I want strawberries, right? And then you go into Walmart and Walmart doesn't have them, but there's a black-owned business next door that has strawberries, and you keep overlooking that business for 2 years. Someone's going to ask the question, why won't you just go in that business next door? It's not like she just randomly looked up and said, hey, government, take this contract. They are in the market for this, but will not talk to her on it, but you'll invite her to the White House to receive a medal and take a picture next to Biden, so he looks like he's in tune with someone that, you know, stood literally in the face of racism and marched and toured during the Jim Crow era, because it looks good for Biden. And politics is very performative, but I think what she's asking is, if you're going to perform, let's make this a two-way street, because I have something I'm trying to do. It's important in my community. We know COVID was affecting in the black and brown community very heavily, and you guys are in that market, but you're doing it just to say that you're doing it, because you know there's no business there.
Speak on it, girl. Her husband, we are told, her husband actually talked to Biden on Wednesday at that ceremony and said, please meet with my wife. But nothing.
He's like, well, I'll meet to give her the medal and take a photo, but calling it there.
Yeah.
Hi, everyone. This is Anna Braga.
Well.
Yeah,
we still black, folks.
That we is still black. They want to they want to be diverse, but it only for some diversity. You know, like, I like the example that she used about strawberries. Like, this black-owned company is over here selling the strawberries you don't have, but you still gonna wait for this other BIPOC one to grow their strawberries, be able to package them up, and then give it to us because you're waiting for them to get it together.
I was confused when they were saying Native American. Do they mean American, or do they mean actual Native?
Most like it's BIPOC Native American, like, you know, farmers and things as such of the native descent. Not Native Americans, white, not colonizers. Chloe Bailey responds to backlash over the swarm sex scene. So at this point, Tony, you've seen it. Most of you guys have seen it already. Yeah. What did you think? Did you think that calling her out on that sex scene was a real thing, or was it like, what is that called? Chris Rock called it selective outrage.
First of all, we don't even know if that was actually Chloe in that scene.
Say it one more time,
sister. They never showed her face. Okay. That could have been a body double.
Literally.
That's ridiculous. People are stupid. Shut up.
Chloe Bailey responded to the backlash she's received in the wake of her raunchy swarm sex scene with co-star Damson Idris. Bailey, who plays the role of Marissa Jackson in Donald Glover's new psychological horror series, engaged in an intimate scene with the Snowfall actor who plays her boyfriend, Khalid? In the first few minutes of the show's first episode. Many viewers found the scene to be graphic and unnecessary and took to Twitter to criticize Bailey's career. She do got a bunkie. Decisions in the wake of her recent controversial musical collaboration with Chris Brown. Chloe Bailey stopped by Big Boy TV to set the record straight, and she said she was a bit confused as to why people were so upset with the scene. She also mentioned that fans seemed upset that her figure was on display more than Damson's via a bedroom mirror, but again, mostly expressed confusion. I'm an actress and I feel like it's about art, and when I first received the script, I was like, gasp. It was just insane and gorgeous, and I think people were actually forgetting the plot of the scene.
I have it from her.
Go ahead.
Past anyone?
Do I run that past anyone?
Yeah.
My whole career, you know?
Okay.
Yeah.
Now,
I still got a lot to learn.
There's a lot of backlash over the sex scene. and I watched the sex scene, and not on a perverted stuff. I watched it 2 or 3 times.
Yeah.
And the reason why is because I missed why everybody
Was going
is
crazy.
upset.
Yeah.
And then on everything, I went back and I was like, because I was cutting up like salad. I'm on a cleanse right now. So I was like, did I miss something?
No, you didn't miss
And then
anything.
I went back and then I watched it again. I'm like, okay, like, did I miss something? And then the third time, I just saw like a reflection.
Yeah, that's all it is. So I'm an actress, you know, and I feel like it's about art. And when I first received the script, I was just like, it was just insane and gorgeous. And I think people are actually forgetting the plot of that scene.
Right.
It's not about seeing me in the mirror of that scene. But I think because it's me doing it, that's what kind of makes it blow out of proportion. But I'm barely seen for 2 seconds in that.
I know.
Yeah.
Did Damson, did he get any other backlash?
I don't think so.
Because
he's a man.
The fellas get the high fives.
And you see more of him.
Yeah, man. I was like, damn, so what are you doing? Damn, son. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah. I mean, I like to look at it. I think I didn't even realize, I forgot about that whole scene by the time it flashed what the scene was actually about, and that was the little crazy girl looking at them having sex. And that's it. Huh?
It was beautiful.
It was beautiful. She got a ripe rump, okay?
That was African art.
Shanae said, Mrs. Incredible has 3 kids. How do you think these kids got here?
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
Like, what is the problem here?
Seriously.
Like, people act like they've never seen a sex scene, and like this girl can't be an actor or have a role that is not like a Miss Mammy hanging out in the kitchen.
You say Mammy, you's a racist.
I'm canceled. Like they want her what, in a nun outfit, you know, reading the encyclopedia for her roles? Like, is that what we want her to do?
That's so stupid.
And then you're still mad about Chris Brown? If y'all don't leave that girl and that man alone, that's a nice song. I sing it loudly.
I love it.
Yeah.
Shanae said her cousin is an intimacy coordinator, and it's anything but sexy and intimate. I've heard that too, that sex scenes are very, very hard to film in movies and things. They're very coordinated and just uncomfortable and just not cool.
That's what I wonder, because in that scene she was super naked and then he is behind her and it looks very real. What does that look like? Are we do they have a little panty on?
That's what I'm saying, because
do he got a little banana hammock on?
I don't know if I could do that.
Is it hitting her up against the thing and you know, like, ooh, do we gotta cut to the next scene? I liked it.
How many takes do you do?
Yeah, I would be like, oh, let's do that one over.
I know, because it's like it's dry humping.
Yeah, and I loves me them dry humping.
Oh.
Loves it.
She said they had a rubber ball between them. Dee Dee said both Chloe and Damson said they had a rubber ball in between them.
Oh, wow.
She said there was a bouncing ball between them. LaWanda also seconded that, so I guess
that's because they did have some good bouncing.
What kind of bouncing ball is it? I want one.
One of them gym balls.
You don't need it.
What do you call it? One of them balls for what you call it?
Balls.
For throwing at people?
Dodgeball.
Oh, I do want one of them balls. That sounds fun.
Balls.
That sounds fun for a little, playful type. Balls. Yeah.
Cops say Aaron Hernandez's brother invaded police, had bipolar episode days before ESPN arrest. Aaron Hernandez, I didn't know that he got arrested.
First of all, he looks just like him,
but not as fine.
It's
crazy.
Because he's not as crazy. And then, he is as crazy. Mm-hmm. What did he get arrested for? What did he do?
Cops said Aaron Hernandez's brother, Dennis DJ Hernandez, experienced a bipolar episode less than 3 weeks before his ESPN arrest, one that resulted in a wild police chase through Connecticut. Oh. It is allegedly went down on March 8th.
Because they're from Bristol, Connecticut. Uh-huh.
Just 15 days before he was accused of hurling a brick at ESPN's headquarters in Bristol, when cops say they attempted to stop DJ in his silver Hyundai as he was driving through Cheshire. According to the Cheshire Police Department, DJ was driving erratically and at a high rate of speed, at one point traveling through grass fields in front of the Cheshire Correctional Institute. Police say
what kind of Hyundai was that? It was an all-terrain vehicle Hyundai?
But police say when they attempted to pull him over, DJ blew through a red light and lost officers. According to police documents obtained by TMZ Sports, cop made contact with DJ's mother, Terry Hernandez, a short time later, and they say she told him that that man is 36 years old. Former Yukon football player had been acting very strange, and she believed he needed to be mentally evaluated at a hospital.
CTE.
You weren't gonna tell nobody. You didn't. You felt that he should. Did you tell somebody that he should?
Right.
Eventually, police documents show the Bristol County Police Department was able to take DJ into custody after a brief foot chase. Cops said in the doctors DJ was having a bipolar episode and told them he had been driving all over Connecticut trying to get arrested because he no longer wanted to stay at his mom's house. He could have just drove to the police station. Cops say he was committed to the Bristol hospital on a police emergency examination. DJ, who changed his name to Jonathan after Aaron's murder conviction, was ultimately hit with 5 criminal charges over the incident, including reckless driving and engaging police in pursuit. He's due in court for a hearing on the matter in mid-April. It's terrible.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
After it says on March 23rd, just over 2 weeks following the March 8th incident, DJ was arrested again after he allegedly threw a white bag that contained a brick and a handwritten note at ESPN's campus. He's facing a charge of breach of peace in that case, with a court date slated for early April. Breach of peace.
Breach of peace.
Yo, you can get people arrested for breach of peace because there's a lot of people who need to be arrested for breaching my goddamn peace.
Say it one more time. I know a couple people I can call off right now that need to be arrested just because I don't like them.
So this brings to mind to me that maybe there's a familial thing going on here.
It's a genetic thing?
It's a genetic thing that's happening. Terry need to be evaluated too.
Immediately.
Because we need to know what
he's capable of.
But say he got bipolar.
But he's got bipolar, but then we either got to take care of him and make sure that we are watching him to keep his medicine in check, or
he's a former Yukon football player, so he was also a football player. We know that Aaron had CTE. We found that out after he died, even though everyone suspected it. You can't find out until they die. So this one might be suffering from some CTE too.
Yeah. Yep.
That's so sad.
That's terrible.
And he changed his name to Jonathan.
Yeah, but they call him DJ. And last but not least, Young Thug's family confirms the death of his sister, Angela Greer. Jesus Christ, this man can't catch a break.
At all.
Young Thug's loved ones has confirmed the death of his sister, Angela Greer. One of the rapper's other siblings, Dolly White, is among those who were expressing sorrow on social media after the tragedy. White posted a photo of Greer and captioned the image with heartbreaking and crying emojis. While also reported other tributes from people who are close to the family. Michelle Woods, the mother of the latest artist, Lil Keed, was among those who expressed her condolences. Yesterday, I was making a move and got a phone call that another love has passed away. And Big Duck, I spend my deepest sympathy and prayers, Woods wrote on the Instagram story. Greer, who is Young Thug's older sister, has 3 children. The cause of her death hasn't been confirmed. Young Thug is also grieving the loss of his YSL label mate, Lil Keed, who died in May, according to sources. Young Thug is currently fighting RICO charges related to alleged criminal activity with the gang or music industry YSL. That's terrible. He is going through it in there, huh?
That's a lot of bad hits, man.
Man, that is crazy. And that's sad. And that makes me sad.
Yeah.
Oh, free slime.
Free slime.
With that said, people, we're going to sprawl out of here. We'll see you guys tomorrow for Winky Wednesdays.
This little wine got me sleeping.
Right.
Is it the wine or is it the weather?
It's
both.
It's
the wine and the weather.
It's the wine and the weather.
Wine and rain. That's a good sleep.
That is. I'm going to have that right now. Anyways, people, you guys be safe out there. Don't go outside if you don't need to. Be great. Be courteous. Be kind. And bless up.
Exactly. And be safe. Yes.
The all-new Spark FM. Spark FM. Log on to sparkfmonline.com.
Yamba Market. Visit the first black-owned dispensary in Cambridge. Yamba Market's mission is to participate authentically in building a socially restorative adult cannabis market in Massachusetts and beyond. Their commitment to the Yamba family is to provide an inclusive and exemplary experience focused on a broad selection of unique strains, quality products, and customer journey. Open from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. every day. 580 Mass Avenue, Central Square, Cambridge, Massachusetts. Registration at yambamarket.com.